Hello, everyone, and welcome back to new number ones for the week of March the 18th. My name is Corey, and you're here with me now. And the new number one for this week is Roman Dirge's Lenore Blood and Honey from Titan Comics. This one was a bit of a last minute decision. It ran into that situation where, once again, the new number one I was looking for was already sold out, and my choices were kind of limited from there. I only say that, and I'm not trying to discredit this book at all. We'll get into this book in just a moment, but it's not a great example of a number one because it's a one shot, and I didn't really know that until the end. And even then, the end is a bit of a setup to the next series in the Lenore books. So let's just kind of take it from the top and go from there. So Lenore is a creation from Roman Dirge. Roman does everything for this book essentially. He created the character. He's written this one shot. He does the illustration. He does the lettering. He does the coloring. Does the whole deal. And this is a project that he has been working on since the early 2000s. So there are tons and tons of Lenore books. For all intents and purposes, Lenore is an undead little girl, and these are her very funny and violent and silly adventures that she gets on. Blood and Honey, or Blood and Money, is more of a joke on the Blood and Honey horror movies. Basically, what happened is, as you may know, not that long ago, the book version of Winnie the Pooh and the characters that associate with the books became public domain, along with Steamboat Willie and Popeye the Sailor Man. So pretty much everyone and their mom in the horror community started to make these kind of takes on these characters because they're in the public domain and they can kind of cash in on the name value. And that's the joke of the book. Lenore and her friends are watching that a really bad Winnie the Pooh themed horror movie, and they're like, "Why would anyone watch this? I love these characters. My mom used like some of my best memories are my mom reading these to me as a kid." And one of the other characters point out that like, yeah, they made a lot of fucking money on very little budget, which smash cuts into Lenore like going on a Winnie the Pooh esque adventure, but more of a Mad Max wasteland kind of adventure at the same time. So as a one shot, it's funny, it's silly, it's a good time. It's got a nice little twist ending, but again, it's not really in the spirit of what we're trying to do with new number ones, which is kind of like kind of brought me to a thing because again, the series I was looking for had already sold out by the time I got to the store, and I got to the store on Wednesday afternoon. So I was looking for, originally for Oni Press's Dead Teenagers. And then the other new number ones I was running into were either more apparent one shots, like there was I think it was Antarctic Press had a leprechaun themed horror one shot. There were some other kind of one shots out there, and then a lot of DC and Marvel one like number ones. So I might have to bend my rule and basically say that on the weeks where there's not like a small independent title I can pick up, I might have to settle for a Marvel or a DC. I don't know. We'll play it by ear. But like I said, this is from Titan Comics. It's very well done. Roman Dirge has been doing this now for like 20 some years, and they're all very good. He knows what he's doing. So if you like sort of if you want to take sort of like maybe a nostalgic walk through the early days of Hot Topic, there's kind of a vibe to that. Very neurotically yours, if you're familiar with that web series. What was the Happy Bunny? Uh, uh, the Happy Fun Time Friends, that little violent cartoon with the cartoon animals getting eviscerated routinely. That was like a web series. There's a very similar vibe here. It's just a good little fun book that pokes fun at the money grab of public domain characters coming up for grabs. So anyway, that's that. Other things going on in the world of Smart Avengers. We just did our episode on us taking the piss out of WatchMojo.com's top 10 deadliest DC and Marvel characters, and kind of were flabbergasted some of the choices and the rankings on them. That's going to lead into next week's episode where we talk about Killing Lobo. Aside from that, again, just thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. We have a good time doing this, and we'll see you guys next week with a new number one. Till then, later.